Hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. Happy Friday, everybody. We got here. You knew you would. You did it. Here we are. It's Friday. Welcome to it on the cusp of the weekend. Couldn't be more excited about that. Definitely. Hopefully, you've had a great week, whether it's been difficult, whether it's been easy, whatever. Here we are. It's Friday. The weekend is just about here. Good morning, Marianne. Good to see you here this morning. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for getting your day started with a few smiles and some positivity. That's what we like to do here, right? Right. So what are we talking about on this day? There's a lot to talk about actually today. So let's go ahead and get right to it because yes, we learned a little bit about Cool Kids Summer at Walt Disney World. Yes, it's back for another year this summer. Yes, we're not even technically into spring yet, but we are at. We have to talk about summer, right? Right? Absolutely, because summer is such a fun time. If you can deal with the heat out of the Walt Disney World Resort. Lots of great stuff coming this year, and they talked a lot about it yesterday through social media, through Disney Parks blog. So what happened? Well, we learned exactly when a lot of this stuff is officially debuting. That is May 26th, 2026. And that is when we will also see Bluey and Bingo make their first appearances out at the conservation station at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. Yeah, you can get out there, dance, play, have some fun. Two of the biggest global stars out there, Bluey, Bingo. And yes, also we learned that the section that will be the kind of the new petting zoo area that's going to focus on a lot of Bluey and Bingo's Australian friends is going to be called Jumping Junction. So yeah, you'll have to get out there and definitely check that out for sure. What else is going on? Well, yes, Goofy Core is back at Communicore Hall, back out at Epcot coming up this summer. Great place for kids to get inside from the heat with the air conditioning and play some games, have some fun, do a little dance, just enjoy themselves on what can be a very hot summer. But yeah, love more kids things definitely going on out at Epcot because it can be a very adult park. You know, it can seem that way at times. More kids activities. Fantastic. Very excited about that. Also coming to Epcot beginning on May 26th. Soarin' Across America will officially debut. Of course, that will be the new version of Soarin', focusing on the beauty that is the United States. I've driven cross country several times. If you followed our journeys from a few years back, you know I was going back and forth across the United States. And I'm telling you, just driving across, there are some very, very beautiful sights. Now I can imagine what they're going to capture when they fly over some of these beautiful locations. So very excited to check that all out coming up here again, May 26th. Meanwhile, over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, there's a brand new show debuting. It is going to be Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live. And it's going to be, like I said, a brand new show featuring Mickey, Minnie, the entire gang. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Another great thing for the kids, right? Totally enjoyable. And another thing that brings you out of the heat, right? Always good during the summer. So definitely want to enjoy that if you get that opportunity. And yes, that means that at the same time that the Walt Disney Studios courtyard will be opening up. No word on if the Magic of Disney animation will be opening at that point. I think it's going to be a little later in the year, but the courtyard will be back open. That probably means that we'll get Mickey's Sorcerer's Hat. You'll get a great view of that, the new portion of that is taking over in that area. So yeah, that whole courtyard will be open on May 26th. So you enjoy that, enjoy the show, just stroll around, whatever you want to do. Love that over at Disney's Hollywood Studio. Over at Magic Kingdom Park, even earlier on April 8th, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin will be reopening. Of course, it's been closed for a while for refurbishment. They've been jazzing it up, new targets, new interactive stuff going on. They actually are going to have the laser shooters that are going to be able to detachable from the cars, much like they have at Disneyland. So you can actually aim and shoot. And there's going to be things that light up when you shoot at them. And like I said, more interactive targets. There's a new entryway kind of show to get you into it. So yeah, great stuff. Can't wait to experience the new updated version of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin over at Magic Kingdom. And yes, in early May as well. Finally, right? It's been a while. Big Thunder Mountain is reopening sometime in early May. We do not have an official date on that yet, other than it said it'll be early May. And they said there's going to be new magic, new areas to explore. But even if it was just the same Big Thunder Mountain's pretty great just as it is, right? It is awesome. So you're going to get to check that out. Brand new track. They put in a brand new track. We'll see how that rides as compared to the old version of the track. Very excited for Big Thunder. It's the one coaster that I can tolerate really, really well. Big Thunder Mountain, very, very excited for Big Thunder Mountain to reopen out at Magic Kingdom. And of course, if you want it, and there's much more stuff going on. This is just a touch of it. There's so much stuff they announced. Go to the Disney Parks blog to check it all out. One thing you'll definitely want to check out if you're planning to get out there is there are new tickets, resorts, free dining deals that you'll want to explore if you're going to check it out, including there's a brand new ticket that is a 4-day, 4-park magic ticket that for that price, it will start at $109 per day. That gives you a 1-day, 1-park ticket for the 4 different parks. It'll be good between that time of May 26th and October 3rd. It's one of those tickets that you will need to use within 7 days. So it has to be kind of a single stay. So it's not like if you live in the area, you can go 1 day and then come back a month later for a second day and so forth. Now you need to use that within the 7 days. But yeah, a great price, especially at Disney, for a ticket during the summer. Also, if free dining is more your thing, if you are a guest who purchases a 4-night, 4-day Walt Disney Travel Company package that includes a room at some of the Resort Collection hotels and those tickets with the Park Hopper option, then for your entire group, you will get a free Disney dining plan. So whether that's good for you or not, you're going to have to do the math on, because sometimes that's good. Sometimes there are better options, because again, that is not a discounted resort or ticket stay. So you got to figure that out for yourself. However, there are discounted resort stays that you may want to look into if you're coming to stay, including there is a 30% off rooms, up to 30%, depends on your resort stay. When you're staying 5 nights or more at any of the Disney Resort Collection hotels, that runs from July 30th through October 3rd. If you're a Florida resident, there are many options as well. There is up to 35% off those resort stays. And if you're an annual pass holder, it's up to 40% off those resort stays. Again, do the math, figure out. It's really easy on the Walt Disney World website to compare, contrast, see what works for you between the tickets, the resorts, the free dining plan, find out what's right for you. Even better yet, if it's too much for you, and it can be at times, book with a certified Disney vacation planner, because remember, none of that adds to your fee. Disney pays them to do that for you, and they can do that math, and they can talk to you about options. They know their stuff. Do that. It might be helpful for you. But yeah, lots of great stays, lots of great places to go out to Walt Disney World this summer for cool kids. Summer. Very, very excited for that. Absolutely. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, this also happens to be, it is Friday. It also happens to be Friday the 13th. And what do you think about Friday the 13th? I agree with Michael Scott. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Not really. Friday the 13th doesn't bother me. It's just another day, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's Friday the 13th. Got to be careful out there. If that's you, fine. Be careful out there. Maybe you're not scared of Friday the 13th at all, and you want to double down a little bit on it. Maybe you're more than a little stitious. Yeah. Well, today also happens to be National Open an Umbrella Indoors Day. Yeah, you really want to tempt fate? Go ahead and do both of those. It's proof that you're definitely not superstitious on this day by celebrating Friday the 13th by going ahead and opening an umbrella indoors. Of course, another classic superstition that brings trouble along the way. So yeah, you do you on this day. Yeah, it's mostly an idea to debunk that possibility that that is of a concern or is bad luck or whatever it might be. Yep. One thing that's definitely not bad luck and is really, really important is today happens to also be Every Girl Wins Day. And yes, I am very, I am very much in favor of every girl winning as often as possible. So much so. It's a day basically to empower women, empower young women, especially. Make sure that they are known, that they are supported, that they are capable of great things. To advocate for gender equality, celebrate female accomplishments 100%. I am completely on board with this. Yes, every girl wins today. Make sure that every girl wins today because you should every day, really. You should. And it shouldn't even be in question, right? It should not be in question. Gender equality should always be not just the goal, it should be a fact. Definitely. So definitely celebrate that on this day. What else are we going on with today? Well, today happens to be National Good Samaritan Day as well. And that's a great holiday. I'm big time in favor of that. Basically, a day to get out and do something nice for somebody else. Yeah. The world will be a better place if we're all regularly doing nice things for other people. Go out and perform a random act of kindness. Pay it forward. Buy somebody's coffee or something. Donate to a charity. Volunteer some of your time on this day. Volunteer on any day, definitely. It's National Good Samaritan Day. But as I mentioned with some other things, every day should be Good Samaritan Day. Be kind to one another. Please, please keep on sharing that kindness. I say it every day. Keep doing that for sure. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, I like this. You like this? It is National Jewel Day, a day to celebrate jewels. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, I like sparkly things. I like sparkly things. I like jewels. It's a day to kind of break out your favorite jewelry and wear it proudly today. Or you can go out and if you so want to spend, kind of a tricky time to spend, but you can go out and buy some jewelry or you can give jewelry to friends, Good Samaritan, right? And it doesn't have to be expensive stuff. It could be the imitation stuff. It could be lab made stuff. It doesn't have to be done. It doesn't have to be the most expensive jewel. Focus on a jewel that you like, the color that you like. And yeah, maybe it's your birthstone. My birthstone is garnet. Garnet is not, well, it can be super expensive depending on what you're looking for, but it's not. If I wanted to get something with a garnet on it, yeah, it's not, I can find it pretty cheaply. But it doesn't, again, bling, sparkly stuff, jewels don't have to be the real, actual, or, super expensive things. They can just be something that makes you feel good and makes you happy, and celebrate those again on this National Jewel Day. Maybe the jewel of your desserts is a coconut tort. Yes, basically a coconut cake. Today is National Coconut Tort Day. So yes, basically a coconut cake, which can be a multi-layer coconut cake, or it can be a single layer cake. Rich, dense, delicious, oftentimes with buttercream, sometimes with jam in the middle. Just depends on how you enjoy it. I'm not the hugest coconut person. I actually like the flavor of coconut, okay, as long as it's not too overpowering. But I'm not the biggest fan of like shaved coconut, unless it's like toasted, then I'm okay. But it's something with the texture of that, it's not a big fan. But I do like the flavor of coconut in general. So yeah, I wouldn't turn it down. Someone wants to come over with a coconut tort today or coconut cake, I am 100% on board with that. Maybe you serve a coconut cake to somebody on their birthday today. If it is your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Here are some of the amazing people you celebrate your birthday with. We'll start with the great actor William H. Macy. He turned 76 today, born on this day in 1950. He's a two-time Emmy winner. He's an Academy Award and Golden Globe, five-time Golden Globe nominee. Hasn't won, but five-time nominee. Been in so many great films, roles in movies like Boogie Nights, Air Force One, Fargo, so many other great films. He also has been great on TV as well, obviously winning Emmys. He had a recurring role in ER, had a lead role in the series Shameless. he's also, he's just done so many great things. Happy birthday to William H. Macy. You may not recognize the guy on the right, but you definitely know his work as a Disney fan. That is Joe Ranft. He would have been 66 today, born this day in 1960. We lost him several years ago, but he was an animator, a screenwriter, a voice actor for both Walt Disney Animation Studios and for Pixar. He is a Disney legend. He's worked, one of his first films was The Brave Little Toaster. You know that film, great. Also, he worked on he received an Academy Award nomination as a co-writer for Toy Story. He took part in Bug's Life. He played the voice of Wheezy in Toy Story 2, yes. And he's also Jacques the Shrimp in Finding Nemo. He was the co-director of Cars, amazing. Took from us way too early, but what a life, what a career. Disney legend, Joe Ranft. Thank you for all you've done. Appreciate you. Happy birthday to you. Finally, last but definitely not least, talk about celebrating female accomplishments. One of the most accomplished female alpine skiers, as a matter of fact, the most accomplished, Michaela Schifrin. She turns 31 today, born on this day in 1995. We just got done with the Winter Olympics where she won yet another gold medal in slalom in the Winter Olympics. She is the most decorated American alpine skier in history. She has the most World Cup wins, men or women, in history. She has won 15 World Championship medals, 8 of those gold. She has won 4 Olympic medals, 3 of those gold. She's incredible, amazing, such a wonderful skier. I think she was the youngest gold medalist in alpine skiing all the time. She won back. She was 18, and then 12 years later, she won just this year at Milano Cortina. Amazing. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to all of them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Celebrate, definitely. Shameless self-promotion time. We do have a new episode dropping for you on Sunday. We have already spoken with this person, and we know you're going to really enjoy this. We spoke with Chris, the DCL cruising dad, a little bit about his website, which is an amazing resource if you're planning a Disney cruise, or if you just want to know a little bit more about Disney cruise. His website is fantastic. But mostly we brought him on board because he recently finished a sailing aboard the Disney Wish. We talk a little bit about the Disney Wish, but we also mostly talk about the new Mickey and Minnie cabanas that are on Castaway Cay. He was lucky enough to be able to grab one of those, and they've only been out since December. They opened in December, so they have not been open for very long. He tells us all about those cabanas, what they're like. If you feel like splurging on something and you have the ability, if it's kind of worth it to you, what the kind of amenities are, what you can take advantage of while you're there. Definitely some great stuff. And again, he's just a great guy who knows a lot about Disney cruising. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. All right. Going to get out of here. Everybody have an amazing day. It's Friday. The weekend is almost here. You got this. You got this. And as I like to say every single day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. Weekend off. I'll be back with you Monday morning, 6:30 a.m.ish to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody have a magical day. Have a magical weekend. I'll see you Friday. Or excuse me, see you Friday. See you Monday. Bye.